Okay, so today we're going to go over a few things and see where it leads us. So we've discussed law, land, air, water. We've discussed who you are in God's eye, which you are the child of the Most High, the divided of the two, and your aim is to become whole again as one. And by doing so, you are the beneficiary of the earth and the king or queen on the land. And everything is entitled to you. When you do the two processes of the pillars, the spiritual and the physical, and you attune into who you are, you become a Christ, a title. Anointed, so anointed and sovereign. Sovereign is the physical, anointed is the spiritual. Why I say that is because literally sovereign on paper is what you're going to be expressing. This is what we're going to lead to next. The world of that was a weird A. Private. We have been engaging our whole lives in what is called public. Our education systems are all designed in the public. And no one really taught us the world of the private, which is a whole different education. And in the private, you can keep your whole world private and no longer in the public. So your kingdoms are private in nature and not in public. Public is the system. Public is what everyone kind of calls the government and the matrix and everything you think of. Your education system, your healthcare system are all designed in the public. And when you think about that, really think about that, your entire education system is designed in the public, which is funded by the Rockefellers, and they had a certain intention that they wanted to program into the public. So we never understood that there was something else. It's not that they lied to us, but you didn't know what you didn't know. So we're stepping into the world of private. I'm going to take a little pause and do this. Hold on. Public. In the public, which you will deal with in the legal world, you are going to hear words like individual and person and human. And even now I've learned people. All of these are terms that exist in the public. Okay? In the private, there are only two words. I just separated so you can see the woman. I call woman the womb of man. That's me. There's a lot of reasons why I've come to that, but woman. So man, woman. Private, man, woman. Public, person, individual, human, people are the words used over here. Now, as I said, in the legal world, there are non-humans, or non-man-woman, non-man-womans, non-living. I said they're all public entities. So, in this world, there is nothing living, actually. It's all corporate. And it's all fictions, is what we call them, when it comes to people, places, and, people, living people. And it gets very confusing when you're trying to think about these words. So the public, legal world uses words like this. You'll see it everywhere, even your insurance policies and everything you do. Your taxes are all for this in the public, okay? In the private, the living man or woman, nothing in the public applies, including taxes. You have only one authority, and that is God, not the government that governs your mind. So God is the only thing and representative, I guess, within you or above you, however you want to look at it. You can understand, be under God, or you can see God as within you. It doesn't matter. To me it does, but to you it can be whatever you want. So, when we understand that there is a person, an individual, a human, which just means the color of man, it actually doesn't mean a living man. When you understand that, and you see that the entire system is based on this, and they're not living men and women, things start to click. So, the private, the public. We're going to keep going into this. This is really, really the most important thing to get as the foundation of substance to all of this, and then you move forward. So a person is obliged to pay taxes because a person, an individual, a human, all these things are corporate. Fictions. Your name, as I said last time, capital letters, capital majora, is a corporate fiction. The living man and woman live on the land. This is all on water. Do not have to pay taxes to a public entity. They can volunteer, and as I said, taxes are always voluntary. But we didn't know that because we've always been self-identifying as this. So taxes, no taxes. From what I've learned, so you don't get mad at me for this, all income taxes go to pay off the interest of the national debt, which usually ends up funding war. That's it. Doesn't go to your healthcare. Doesn't go to your roads. Doesn't go to any of those things that you think that they go to. Your GST, your HST, your trade, import, export, all that stuff, that does go. And we pay those every day. But your income taxes are what keep you as slaves to the system. It is literally funneling your hard-earned energy into the hands of others by theft. We'll get into that later. So when you're feeling guilty of when you say, hey, no taxes, I'm like, no, you pay tax on everything, but your income tax, that you do not have to do. So I think that's good for today. I want you to understand that everything in the public, the water, is corporate. Your name in capital letters is a sole proprietorship. It's a corporation. And that's why they're fictions. They're not real, and they're corporate fictions. Everything in here on the land, in private, is real, living. And it has its own inalienable rights under God. These things cannot commingle. They just can't. Totally different jurisdictions. So we have to find a way to communicate from the land to the water. To do commerce from the land on the water. And that's where we'll get to next, which I talked on last time. It's a piece of paper. We're going to build something called a trust. And then you build a bridge between the land of the private and the land of the public. All right.